and I'll record this in a slightly separate piece. So, Grandmaster Haley right there, to the left of Master Carlos, always emphasized that the quality of your drilling, which is vital to your execution of any techniques during sparring or especially in reality self-defense scenarios or anything that may be needed to be executed properly, is rooted in your training partner. Your partner is either going to be two things to you, either an asset or a liability. Because if they are not being an active, compliant partner and being, sure, it's fine, oh, dead fish and all that, but it is absolutely unacceptable to rob your partner of that time and yourself, because jiu-jitsu drilling is not just you doing the technique, it's you feeling the technique done correctly, so you recognize when it's actually done to you and you're in these positions so that they are more common. The more common and more comfortable you feel in these back positions while drilling and understanding, the more common it's going to be able to implement solutions when in reality you're put in those positions. They won't be a surprise to you. But if you're zoned out and if you're all like laying here and the legs are like this and they're passing and you're like this, number one, you are prone to get hurt, because if your body's not engaged, your arms are like flat, it's all on your ligaments and your hand can get bent, wrist and all, because just a slight weight shift can torque your neck. So you always have to have your head off the mat. Your head on the mat should never be. You should never be like this and like you should be always engaged. If you just lay down and put your feet up in the air and feel your stomach when your head's on the mat, and as you depress here, lift your head off the mat, you'll feel your core engaged. Your core's got to be engaged. It connects your lower body, upper body, everything together. But it's very important that you guys are the best possible training partners for each other. We have limited amount of time that we can actually go over technique practice, but if you have a bad training partner, you're not going to learn it, they're not going to learn it. You have to see it, you have to do it, but then you also have to feel it. If you don't feel it, and I went through this for years and years where I would do techniques that I saw being taught, and then I would do them and they would be done wrong because I didn't have a chance to feel it properly. I had horrible training partners who didn't care, just wanted to spar, just wanted to get through this right here, just wanted to go and let's roll, let's roll. That's fantastic. But I would rather you guys optimize and make the most of the actual technique and drilling and be the best training partner and give each other feedback. If you see your partner's like zoned out or whatever, remind them, hey, listen, you know, how did this feel, that feel, what do you think? Or, you know, so that they are engaged. Both have to be engaged. It's like dancing with somebody who is completely absent from the particular dance. So if you've ever danced with, let's say, somebody, or you've been somebody that's been a bad leader in dancing, or if you've done any form of dancing where there's any form of contact with the other person, both have to be on the same page to the beat, to the rhythm. If one is off, there's no dance. If one is all like, you know, that one's less likely to be asked to dance. You know what I'm saying? So be a good partner on both ends, okay? So having said that,